guys, I hope you're all doing very well. In today's video, I'm going to talk about getting a tattoo at a tattoo convention. A lot of you guys have asked me questions about it, asked me to make a video about it. So that's what today's video is going to be about. First of all, let me address, if you don't follow me on social media, you wouldn't have seen my hair change. I am now black. My hair is now black. I put on my Instagram a post with something along the lines of what colour should I do my hair next. Most of you guys said blue. I absolutely love having blue hair. It's my personal favourite, and lavender also. Lavender is one of my favourites. So yeah, I tried to go from that gingery colour to blue. It went this weird ass colour. It was like this greeny, mossy green. I did bleach my hair. Yeah, I put blue over it and it just went a weird colour. So I was just like, you know what, black was the other colour that I really wanted to go. So now I have black hair. I've had black hair before, but not on YouTube, if that makes sense. So it might be a bit of a shock for you guys, but yeah, I've had black hair before. Also, new sort of area. Let me know if you guys like me filming in this area. I got myself a desk. You guys can't really see it, but I've got a desk here, and yeah, I'm gonna fill up the whole of this wall with tattoo prints. I've got prints here from way back, if you remember my old setup where I had tattoo prints and my old camera would not focus on me because it would focus on them. I've just, you know, reused them, but the rest of this wall needs to be filled out. You can see these skeleton legs here. Yeah, I still have Halloween decorations up like everywhere, so they're skeleton legs. I'll probably move them eventually because they do look kind of creepy because you can't see the actual skeleton. Enough of this long intro. My hair is bugging me. I've been trying to do like vintage hairstyles, but it's just not going the way I want it to go. So that's a thing. Yeah, so in today's video I'm talking about getting a tattoo at a tattoo convention and my thoughts and my tips and etc, etc. As you guys know, oh my goodness, it was like 2 weeks ago now. Yeah, just over 2 weeks ago I went to the London Tattoo Collective. It was my first ever tattoo convention, and if you see my videos about it or my vlog, you'll know I had like the time of my life. It was absolutely amazing, and I just cannot praise it enough. I had such a good time. I felt like I was at home. And it was just so good, and I really miss it. Like, honestly, every Saturday since then I've been like, oh, this time 1 week ago I was at a tattoo convention, this time 2 weeks ago I was at a tattoo convention, you know, like I really miss it, and I had the best time. To start off with, if you saw my videos beforehand, I didn't really have the intention of getting a tattoo there. I was kind of like, well, if I get one I get one, if I don't I don't. But then on the day and on the train journey there, I was like, you know what, Yasmin, I really want to get a tattoo there because it's my first ever tattoo convention. It'll be like a memory thing. I didn't really have any designs in mind. I didn't have any tattoo artists in mind. Obviously I have my huge list of tattoo artists that I really love, but I wasn't like fussy or anything like that. I was just like, you know what, if a tattoo artist that I really like has space, I might go for it, you know? So I went to the tattoo convention with no big bookings or anything like that. I've had a few questions saying, do you advise booking for a tattoo convention? Like, do you advise booking with a tattoo artist for a tattoo convention? Yes, without a doubt. Like, to secure your place, please, if you're desperate to get tattooed by one tattoo artist, just book it. Just email that tattoo artist and say, oh hey, I've noticed that you're at a tattoo convention. If you've got any space, I would love to get tattooed by you. Because, like, it's a fight to get a tattoo at a tattoo convention with no booking. Like, honestly, I asked 2 tattoo artists. One I wanted a portrait tattoo for my traditional arm. It was like this spider portrait thing. It was like it was a lady portrait, but she had a spider web over her face and then a spider hanging down from like her face thing. I hate spiders, but I love this design so much, and I asked the tattoo artist and I was like, yo, have you got any space today? And he was like, no, I can't. I can't do it today. So I ended up taking his card. I may eventually get that tattoo anyway, unless he's already done it, I'm not sure. I'm sort of putting myself on a tattoo ban at the moment because I have my back piece and my B tattoo, and I'm just like, yo, Lauren, stop spending money on tattoos, even though I have this new craving to get tattooed. So I asked one person and they were like, no, I can't do it today. And then I saw Jodie Dorbar, who did my B tattoo, and I was just like, hey, you got any space today? And she was like, oh, maybe come back in 3 hours. And I was just like, oh gosh. And like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm a very impatient person, so I was like, 3 hours? Oh my god, what am I gonna do for 3 hours? And obviously I was entertained at this tattoo convention, but there's only so many times you can walk around a tattoo convention, you know? But luckily there was a bar, luckily there was a place to like get something to eat and stuff like that. But after about an hour and a half I ended up going back and I was just like, oh hey, any updates type thing. And she said, yeah, you know what, come back at 7:30 and I'll tattoo you. And I was just like, Oh my god, yes! Thank you! I was so over the moon, you know, I was just so happy. But I 110% just, please, if you really want to get tattooed by one tattoo artist, just book with them. Just email them and say, hey, have you got any space and what have you. But if you're not fussy like me and you want to take the risk, I would say yeah, it's part of the fun. But if you want to get a memento or something like that, like I was lucky, I know for a fact I was extremely lucky to get in with Jodie, like so lucky. And I think it was like the persistence of like going back twice. And I hope I sound so needy, and I'm not normally that person. I hate asking people for things, and I don't know, I just hate being needy like that. But like I was just like so desperate, you know. See, for other tattoo conventions and stuff like that, I'm not like fussy, I'm not like wanting to get tattooed, especially this year with the Brighton one and the London one. I'm not particularly fussed unless, you know, Nico Hurtado has a space or something like that. I mean, I don't have the money for that, but do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not entirely fussed about getting a tattoo in a convention for the rest of this year. I've got my one from my first ever one, and I'm really happy about that, so yeah. So for my experience about getting tattooed, so the first time I come across Jodie's booth, I saw these flash sheets design things. She had loads on there that are gravestones that said there better be dogs or there better be makeup. I said to Yasmin, oh my god, I know this tattoo artist. I've talked about one of her tattoos in my tattoo monthly favourites video before, because she did a gravestone that said there better be dogs, and I was just like, oh my god, that is so me, you know, like I love dogs. And it speaks to me in a personal level because I absolutely love dogs. I spend most of my time looking at dogs. Anytime I see a dog out in the wild, I'm just like, doggy. Wherever I'm going next, you know, after death and whatever, there better be dogs. So yeah, this just spoke to me. And then I saw the bumblebee design. I was just like, whoa, actually, I really like that. I was originally going to get one of the gravestone designs, but get her to change it to the better be barbecue sauce. If you don't know, I absolutely love barbecue sauce. So I was going to see if she could do that for me. But then I saw the bumblebee and I was like, actually, I really like that. That's really sweet. Maybe I went for that one instead. So I fell in love with the bumblebee. And obviously, you know, that was the first time I went to her station. I was like, oh, look at these, look at these. And I sort of walked away, and I couldn't stop thinking about this bumblebee and these designs. And we walked around. I said to Yasmin, you know, sort of go back to Jodie's station. We went back and I was just like, have you got any space? And she's like, oh, come back in 3 hours. And I was just like, okay. So obviously I walked around and got a drink and stuff after an hour and a half, like I just said. So I went back to her after about an hour and a half, like I said, and it looked like she was finishing up the tattoo, and I thought, oh, if I just slide my way in here, you know, and then I might save my space. But I think that guy ended up getting like 3 tattoos, so I was just like, okay. But she said, oh, you know what, come back at 7:30, I should be done then. I was like, okay, fine. So we stayed around, obviously, the tattoo convention and stuff, and did our thing. And then I went back, and then she's like, oh, hey, and she was finishing up, I think, or she was talking to the person that she was tattooing. And then she's like, I'll be with you in a moment. I was like, that's fine, that's cool, that's fine. I don't mind at all. And then she asked me, you know, which one do you want? I said, oh, I have the bumblebee, and she measured it up and everything, and she didn't have to make any changes to it at all. So, you know, it's exactly how it looked on the flash sheet. So she measured it up and stuck it to my leg and stuff like that. Sat on the bench thing. Oh my god, I'm going to tell you guys because we're all friends here. But I was wearing my work shoes. The shoes that I wear to work, they're my Run Wild shoes. Again, if you follow me on social media, you've probably seen them. I love them so much. But I wear them to work. So they're a bit stinky, right? I'm not gonna lie to you guys, like I work in retail, I walk around a lot, you know, like they stink, okay? And she asked me to take them off, and I was just like, Jodie, they smell so bad, do you seriously want me? You seriously want me to take these off? And she's like, it's fine, my friend has smelly feet, it's fine, I'm used to it. I'm like, oh, but these are my work shoes. So she got out this can of deodorant, and she's like, here, and she's like, does that make you feel better? I was just like, it does. She was so sweet, but she had to smell my feet the whole time that she was tattooing me. I was just like, oh my god, why did I wear these shoes, man? But they're so comfy, so what can I do? But yeah, I laid on one of those like massage bed things. I didn't lay, I was sort of sitting up, and I had like my leg up. I'm wearing pyjamas, don't mind me. But I had my like leg up, and I had my foot on her like titty. And she was tattooing me. And as for pain and stuff, it was like, you know, it was fine. As always, the outline was worse than like the shading. And as for the experience of being tattooed in a tattoo convention, it was no different than being tattooed in a studio. So my camera did what it normally does, and it stopped recording, and I obviously had to watch back the footage to see where it stopped recording. And I noticed I had lipstick on my teeth like the whole entire time. I'm not that person that just, you know, re-records the video because there's lipstick on my teeth, just please ignore most of the part of the video that has lipstick on my teeth. Like, I'm sorry. And also now the sun has come out and I can't fucking see shit. Like, there's just shit everywhere. The other question I got quite a lot was, how did it feel getting a tattoo at a tattoo convention? Like, were people staring at you a lot? Was there a lot of people looking? Was there a lot of people watching? How did you feel? And I didn't have any of that. I think maybe 1 or 2 people had a look, if that. I didn't really see because my back was kind of turned to the convention, if that makes sense. I wasn't really, you know, facing the tattoo convention. I was more facing towards a wall. But yeah, there's a couple of tattoo artists that came in and have a look, but that was about it really. I think the reason was because it was late. The tattoo convention started to get quite quiet around about 6 p.m. It was open until 9, I think, or maybe 10, I'm not entirely sure. But it started to get very quiet around about 6. I mean, there was still people obviously, but they weren't really, you know, paying attention or what have you. And also at the time that I got my tattoo, they were doing the tattoo competitions. What that means is, you know, people that have been tattooed that day will go up on a stage and they'll be judged and what have you, and I don't know, they just show off the new tattoos from the tattoo artists that are done tattooing that day. So yeah, that's another reason why it was kind of quiet when I was getting tattooed. So yeah, I didn't really feel like a goldfish or anything like that. But I would actually like to be tattooed at a busy point. You know, I'd like, that sounds so really like, I don't know, that sounds kind of like exhibitionist, but I wouldn't mind people like seeing what's happening, you know. It's kind of fun because I was doing that to other people during the day, you know. I was staring at other people getting tattooed, so I feel like people should do that to me too, you know. So that's that. And what else can I say about getting tattooed at a convention? Yeah, I think that's about it. Like, the only advice I really have is if you're desperate to get a tattoo, make sure you book it. Just, yeah, I think that's about it. I don't think there's anything else I need to say. If you've got any questions or anything like that, comment down below and I will answer them as soon as I possibly can. That will probably help you guys a lot more if you've got any other questions that I've missed out. I've tried to cover every factor of it, I think, I hope. So yeah, I hope you guys are all doing very well, and until my next video, bye!